My glasses all upside down. Collecting my glasses all upside down. That's better. Is that better? That's better. What up, collectives? Frick's sakes. Every goddamn time. Let's just put I can't get my glasses on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just put it down there and done. Ooh. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Gosh. Ah, that's better. Ooh. Welcome back, y'all. It's me, your girl. I appreciate you, Nicole. Back with another one. Excuse me. So, everybody, what's good? What's good? What's good? Every other splendid weekend. So, how's everybody's weekend going? Let's just say mine has been peaceful. Blissful, actually. And let's just say blessed. Definitely blessed. Karma's in full effect. Of course, there's people out there that don't want others to know that they're experiencing extreme backfires by the looks of things. But anyway, yeah, they just mad. They just mad. Call upon the sword of Archangel Michael to give us an emphasize messages for the collective. Thank you. What is going on in the current energy, Spirit? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Spirit, what does my collective need to know? What's going on currently in energy? Oh my divine collective, please and thank you. Ooh. So, things are changing for some people. So collective, you've shown a lot of strength through some type of hardship. I'm not getting self-inflicted. It's more of I would say a deliberate attack. So, deliberately targeted. But this, I'm seeing that it's meant to. It was supposed to break you. It's supposed to send you crazy. It was supposed to debilitate you, destroy you, put you under. They wanted you in some type of sunken place. I know, bizarre, innit? But by the looks of things, it didn't work. It's literally like, how can I say? Every time you make an appearance, yeah. Some of you are in a King of Wands energy. It's like you're focused on your forward movements. You're focused on your destiny. You're on your path. You're actually fully engulfed in your new beginning. Let me just say, change is all around you. Whether you're seeing the synchronicities or not. So whatever illusions these weirdos have been trying to project into the atmosphere or towards you to make you believe otherwise. Love is on the bottom, so this could be past people, family. Yeah, they're mad because they're pissed off at your choices. It seems like you have multiple choices. It's like whilst you've gained a lot of choices, options, I want to say, your options are endless. Let me just say that. Some of these people are, anything you do is bringing you success. So whatever ideas you've had, whatever path or paths you choose to take, is yielding you success, abundance, notoriety. And people are celebrating you, whether they're doing it physically or they're doing it behind closed doors. Either way, you're being celebrated. Look at the world here. So whatever it is you are doing, you obviously made a good choice because you're being backed by the universe. Or the universe supports your endeavors, your choices, the path you've taken. So I sense that a lot of people with what they was doing behind closed doors, they wanted you to, like I said before, make wrong decisions, take the wrong path. They wanted you to fall victim to their tactics, their setups, their traps. None of them worked. For the most part, ooh, someone likes the way you move. I know I'm hearing that song. I like the way she moves. Dun, 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 dun. I like the way. Yeah, someone likes the way you move. It's like your focus is unmatched. I don't think these people realize the amount of inner strength you possess. They may have mocked it, laughed at it, you know, the usual. People will only reject what they cannot comprehend. It's literally like they cannot see further than their own expectations or lack of. So in essence, they project that onto other people. Yeah. The funny thing is they try to fight you for your choices. They try to fight you for your own destiny. Make it make sense. Again, this is a lot of jealousy, betrayal, envy, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of naysayers. Exactly. You're balanced in your work endeavors, or even like your etiquette when it comes to working. You're very self-efficient, extremely resourceful. A lot of people, how can I say, they want to give you credit for it now, but this is something that you've always had within you, or it's a gift you've always portrayed, regardless of people's opinions. If people's opinions don't mean anything. It's literally like, you get the naysayers that like to portray themselves as judge, jury, and executioner. So it's like the more they downplay or try to destroy another person, is the more they expose themselves. So they try to have you unbalanced. Most of that was like spoken word, like wordetry. Kind of like when people don't see your vision, that's not reflection on you. That's a lack of broader thinking on the part of these people. If that makes any sense. Yeah. These are people that wanted you stuck and bound to their way of thinking or their own perception. Okay, look at that. Looky here, looky here, looky here. Oh. Yeah, someone's having sleepless nights, anxiety. Nine of Swords to the Six of Wands. That's funny, isn't it? It's like they're more angry at the fact of you exude happiness. Energetically, it's like you're a magnet. You don't allow your current circumstances or current situation to dictate how you feel, if that makes any sense. You know? It's kind of like you don't dwell on it, if that makes any sense. And that, might I add, is definitely a mastered skill. Exactly, you've achieved a lot. So that tells me you've called back all your energy that was stolen, known and unknown. And that means like people deliberately trying to waste your time, people deliberately trying to pursue you on false pretenses, people trying to distract you from what you're doing, people trying to sidetrack your destiny, full stop. Yeah, they're looking a fool. But for the most part, they kind of called you a fool, but it is what it is, collective. It's literally like you're fully engulfed in new beginnings in every aspect of the word new beginnings. Yeah, Queen of Swords. You're one of those people that you say what you mean and you mean what you say. You don't go back on your word. You don't compromise. And you don't doubt what comes out your mouth. This is what these people, they want you to doubt your intuition. They want you to doubt what you know. This is what you do to doubt your senses, full stop. And that's not an option. And I sense that it's because a lot of these people got bamboozled. They got played. They got duped into joining or assisting in something that they never yielded any reward from. All they yielded was, like I said, cursed bloodline, karma, and a loss of everything that they built on faulty foundations. Whilst, look at that, you're just going on your little voyage. I don't blame you. Good for you. Yeah, you don't mix your words. Queen of Swords. You're very perceptive. It's like, you know, when people's trying to, how can I say, deceive you. Literally, in the sense of Knight of Wands, it's like these people are struggling. They're probably going through changes that they didn't prepare themselves for. But I am a strong believer in what goes around comes around. What you put out is what you're going to get back. So there's no hiding behind other people or projecting your karma onto someone else to pick up or setting people up to take the fall. It's literally like everything they've been doing for however many decades has now fallen upon them in such a way, from what I can sense. Some of them ignored it. Some of them probably had a strong sense it was coming, but they thought if they live in cognitive dissortation, then it wouldn't materialize. That just made it worse. That just made it worse. Yeah, they are dry. I don't know why I keep getting like whatever energy they was using, whatever energy they was stealing is dried up. So these people are literally dry like the Sahara Desert. Or worse than the Sahara Desert. Yeah. So they tried to bring about some type of tower. So the witches and warlocks have fallen. Yay! I should get my bell reel in it. I've got a bell, but I have to get up to get it, so I can just wait a minute whilst I do this. But yeah. And you're receiving everything you've wished for. You're basically receiving everything you've worked for. For the most part, these people, what they would do is, this is weird, isn't it? Say, for instance, you're building something and someone's jealous of it. Someone's close to you that's jealous. They want it for themselves. So what they would do is they would cause some type of conflict to get you in some type of combative, low frequency, argumentative energy. Because remember, whether it's anger or love, it's still energy transfer. And this is basically how they was tricking you out of shit you worked for and then stealing it for themselves. You know? Then they would cause you a tower, put you in some type of distress or anxiety. They know exactly what he was doing. They did it happily too. It's literally like they got fun out of it. It was entertainment for these people. I wonder if they still find it entertaining now. Just a question. Yeah, the tower's for them, collective. It's literally like the same tower that they conjured up to obliterate you, is what I'm gathering. It's demolished the whole group. And then everybody else they was involved in. And that includes people with certain positions. They're going to lose that too, if they haven't lost it already. Yeah. Again, it's all over the place. Told you this was on the bottom of the planet that's come out. Spirit's not playing today. So you have a new family. You have love. For some of you, it is your family that are at the top of all of this, regardless of who else was involved. Your family was the catalyst. They was the instigators. They were the fire starters in essence. And to think that they really believed they was going to get away with this unscathed. In all honesty, collective, they've been doing this a long time. For some of you, they've been doing it since you was a child. So that would explain the trauma you experienced. That would explain the abuse. For some of you, molestation. Let's just tell it like it is. Not sugarcoating nothing. That when you chose to speak up about it, they tried to keep in some type of mental conflict so that they could continue to steal and siphon what was rightfully yours, but then portray you as a nut job. Make it make sense. When clearly all the actions, behaviors that these people have displayed to me is the perfect example of nut jobs. Yeah. Now they're bound to the shit they've been doing. They're bound and they're blinded. So that tells me if they was doing if they was abusing divination to work against you, they're not getting the answers they're looking for. They're blocked from it. In fact, if there is any type of nefarious actions they was taking to spy into your existence, they're blocked from that. You're at the bottom of the wheel too. Now you're at the top of the wheel. It's literally like they want to strip you of your own strength, your own energy. Make it make sense. You've always been a Nine of Pentacles. It was always destined for greatness. It's not the fact that the greatness or even the Nine of Pentacles, it's the fact that it was you. I'm not seeing people saying, why you? Why you? Why not me? So I'm sensing that these people try to pick and choose who they viewed should possess these things. Make it make sense. You know, divine intervention is at play for these people. Yeah, they worked hard for this. Eight of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Ooh. Looky here. So this could be someone you was in some type of connection with, or a loved one, i.e. family member. So they're in the reverse. So that tells me doppelganger, impersonator, someone who tried to be you, someone's exposed as being an impersonator. Someone who, obviously a Queen of Cups in the reverse is just evil. Evil personified. But I can guarantee you they play a good victim. Do you understand? I'm getting like Oscar winning performance when it comes to shedding tears. The fact that they played so many people. Ooh. The pitchforks they came for you with is now on their ass. Why did I hear pitchforks at dawn? Stop it. Hi. Pitchforks at dawn. Oh, no, 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 no. It's funny how people don't want to do the work themselves. They think they can steal shit from other people. Thieves never prosper. Clearly. So these are people that probably went to anybody that they believed had some type of association with you to bribe them in going against you. Maybe even lying on you. So for the ones that did, I hope it was worth it. This is the closest you ever get to the collective, which is spying on fake accounts. That's what you do best. That's what you can do. You're too embarrassed and too shameful to show your face. Look at that. Knight of Cups. So you probably had someone that probably came in with some type of fake proposal that you obviously rejected, because Knight of Cups is like a love offer or even like an alliance. Someone who's meant to show love and support. Nah. With the Emperor in the reverse, That gives me like someone older, someone who's supposed to know better. So it strikes me as very, not very actually, extremely narcissistic, demonic, in fact. So it could be like a older family member, parental figure, sibling even, but someone you probably looked at as like either a father or a mother figure, but you probably used to trust, and he's just showing you that your trust was not reciprocated. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands with the Two of Wands. So this is people like that didn't want you to achieve or accomplish nothing. These are people that never wanted you to explore. They never wanted you to be adventurous. They kind of never even wanted you to explore yourself, let alone anything else, which is quite sad. So these kind of entities, 'cause I don't believe that they are. There's something divine about in energies like this. This tells me these are people that have always been like this, and they might use the excuse. For some of you, they don't have any excuse. Some of these people were sport brats as children. Regardless if they was taught the right way, at some point you become an adult, you're supposed to do better. So there's no excuse. So be mindful of people trying to come back to you with little sob stories. Don't even waste your time, is what I will say. For the leopard definitely changes its spots. Definitely not people like this. They're just pissed at the fact of that our experience and everything they made you experience tenfold. So it's a lot worse, on a lot worse scale. And it's visual, so people can see this clearly. So some of these people are probably hiding. Yeah. I'm getting, because this is kind of like on the side, like it's on the fence. So this is someone that wanted your title, or tried to impersonate your title, believing that they could swap destinies with you. No, boo-boo. No, boo-boo. So you probably woke up some ancestors that you probably really pissed off. They're probably on your neck. I can only imagine. Yeah. You've been guided not to get in the way of their karma. So I'm sensing this is really bad. Because whatever they did, it's not just affecting them. If they have children, it's affecting their children. Anybody in their immediate environment that's connected to them, that assisting them, even in the slightest, yeah, they're all getting it. Oh dear. They never expected your protection to kick in the way it did. For some of you, they try to block your protection, which is ludicrous. Clearly, this is the personification and a prime example of unhinged entities. So I can only imagine the kind of shit they was conjuring up. All the while, I use you as the scapegoat. Nah, boo boo. This is why they want you back. Ooh, tell it like it is. No, there's no rerun. Let me make that very clear. So they didn't want you to have any love. They tried to block you from your own union, what you was destined. What was destined for you. So all the Ten of Swords that they may have done to you in the past, that didn't destroy you, didn't send you crazy, it's now come full circle. I'm getting the fact that you kept working. You kept working on yourself. You kept going. You didn't give up. This is what these people wanted you to. That's weird. You know, people will only judge you as far as their own expectation, but their expectation is not your expectation. So how can you put your expectation on somebody else that has nothing to do with you? Because you chose to settle, or you chose to get involved with let me just say more nefarious energies that do very dirty deeds. But you welcome these dirty deeds. As long as it yielded you what you wanted, you didn't mind. Because you believed that these people would shield you, they would always protect you. I don't know if you always took an oath of silence until karma kicked in. Clock that T. Yeah. So now you're going for your own Ten of Swords. It's like back to back. So you're not getting any break. It's not like you're getting any gaps between it. So you lot are not even getting the chance to even recover. And that's judgment. It is what it is. You get the sirens, confirmation. So you don't know when it's going to stop. You don't know how long it's going to last for. It's like you can't even turn to the people you worked with. You're probably all turning on each other. These are people that lack accountability. They lack they have no self-awareness at all. So that tells me that these are people that are deep in their lower end. They kind of embraced it, is what I'm gathering. So you love the devil, huh? Good for you. That's your master, isn't it? Okay. Told you fighting. Yeah. Yeah. You're trying to fight your way out of something you can't get out of. Whatever it is, you're bound to it. Or to prove a false narrative. Make it make sense. How did you think that was going to work out? I don't know how it worked out in the past when you did this to other people, but in this day and age, including the family members you took out. And the mad thing is, collective, you see the pentacles that they stole. It's literally like they use your own abundance to attack you, whilst mocking and trying to put you down. Not thinking that the day would come when they would be exposed. And that's right where we're at now. Yep. That is mad because you didn't seek revenge. You defended yourself the right way. They didn't believe you had the tools to do so. It's funny how people always underestimate the underdog. They sure did. King of Swords. This could be someone like an authoritative position. And it's in the upright, so it's not in the reverse. So what I'm sensing is if they was filing false reports or bearing false witness, yeah, you've been exposed. Somebody feels too embarrassed to show their face. And you want revenge for what exactly? You want revenge for actions you took that the collective spoke about. Make it make sense. So even though these people like to portray as though, again, I said this before, act as though they're divine, God told them to do it, they're of God. What God are you talking about? The God of this realm or the God that created the universe? There's a big difference. I bet you're asking these questions now, huh? So let's just say the right individuals are asking the right questions. Questions these people don't want to answer. But some of these people are avoiding. That is mad because you're still moving forward. And life is good. Your life is great, in fact. Yeah. So instead of you reciprocating their energy, you took that energy and you walked away with it. And manifested it for your greater good. Maybe to propel yourself forward. For everybody, it's going to be different. It's stable. They hate the fact that you're stable. Yeah. So they're mad that you have love. Or they're mad that people love you or speak highly of you. Yeah, they're discontented. They're unhappy because this kind of came up in the reverse. So these are people that are very unhappy with what they see. Yeah, they wasted all those years, wasted all that money, and now it's come back on them. I guarantee you they won't be able to handle it. Okay, this is a group effort, by the way. A group, a community, a neighborhood, in fact. And it's funny because I've actually observed people just acting unhinged for no reason. Literally. They're also mad that you still have self-love of yourself. They're angry because you don't live a reckless life. It's like they're jealous of your structure. They're jealous of your discipline. But these are all things that they could have done for themselves, but they chose not to. It's literally like the more you advance, is the more weak and decrepit these people look. And that's on them. That is on them. They don't like the fact that you value yourself. Yeah. They assumed that what they was doing to you, they had a right to. They saw it as justice, but it wasn't. It was abuse of power. It was neglect, gang stalking, lies, stealing, the whole 9 yards. Let me just say that much. So now, collective, the justice is now they're way down. The same shit they want to weigh you down with, is now on their back. It's like they have to take accountability and accept their own burdens. Burdens they created, man. Burdens that they just left to pass on to other people to carry. So they can run off into the sunset. Yeah, and it's been illuminated. Those that need to know, the right people need to know. The right people that need to know. It's clear as day. So whatever illusions or what you call it, fabrications, whatever veils, you can't even create veils again. Nah, that ain't working. They're finding out that this is why they like to keep people in a low frequency, because that kind of veil only works for individuals that are on the same frequency as them. This is why they've been working tooth and nail to lower your frequency. It's like so that they can kind of like put you back to sleep in essence. The fact that you spoke up about the abuse, the trauma, they don't like that. In fact, there's a lot of people speaking up on these exact same things. So, this is a global thing. And the more people that are speaking up about it is, the more these people are being brought to justice. That's what they cannot run from. Or scapegoat someone else for. Especially when they blame others for their experiences. See, look at it. This is on the bottom just a minute ago. They never wanted you to move forward in life. They never wanted you to heal. They never wanted you to grow. These are people that only benefit from others being stagnant. So if you have anything in their future that was worth stealing, yeah. And I said this before, because I said already, I've seen a lot of people, I grew up around a lot of people that should have been very successful. And then literally within a month, they've gone from progress. How far backwards they was taken, in my perspective, what I observed is the equivalent of like a few decades. So when you think about it, how else could that have happened? And it's funny how when you think about what happened to others before you, collective, you're realizing that the exact same thing was done to you. And of course, they tried to hide it very well. Their first defense is denial. They believed if they kept you in the dark, you would never step into the light. But then they forgot, collective, you are the light. It's literally like they threw you to the lions then, and you came out leading the pack. Literally. For some of you, they was even making bets. And I suspect that there's probably, I don't know, the odd few that may have bet on you. And they probably made a lot of money too. Once again, confirmation. Confirmation. Yeah, positive outcome. You're already yielding success. The fact that you've ascended, you've healed, you're still blessed, that alone is success. So that tells me that these people are very, very miserable individuals, very bitter too, very hateful, extremely hateful. It's like, how can I say, evil personified. But they present themselves as something else. But we can see straight through it. Yeah. They can see through their deceit and hidden agendas. The plot thickens. So maybe this is people that you may have shared certain ideas with, which they probably downplayed and said, "Oh, you'll never do that." Yet that it's going behind your back and manipulating situations to make sure certain things didn't happen for you. You can no longer do that. I think that they got enough on their plate. Yeah, they're just mad because you know who you are, collective. Not only do you know who you are, yeah, you're kind of like, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, just by sharing your testimony, it's literally like you're teaching others how to be more self-aware, be discerning, and literally spot the fakers in their existence, regardless of what place they hold, whether it's family, parents, extended family, friends, even people they work with. Get annual interest paid on your savings every day. This is another reason why they was working hard to try and shut you up. I have no idea what's happening there. Yeah. King of Pentacles. That tells me that either you're in this energy or you're about to be contacted by somebody who works in finances. Maybe you're owed something. A lot of you are. They know you are. Because the same ones that stole it and lied to obtain things that belong to you are the same ones in your chat hiding on fake accounts, believing that you're unaware, trying to keep tabs on you so they can continue to splurge this false narrative. So they know what they've been doing. Yeah. Knight of Swords. Investigation, probably. They're being looked into. Or whatever actions, whatever shit they've been doing behind closed doors and secrecy, what kind of deceit, hidden agendas, dirty deeds, even false testimonies or whatever, even paperwork, falsified documents. Yeah. It's all up for investigation. These are people that know you're never coming back. And you also don't care what they're going through. Page of Wands with the Queen of Cups. Exactly. So these are people that portrayed you as some type of evildoer. They just portrayed you the same way that they are. Except when people went and had a look, what they was told is not what they saw, is what I'm getting. So that's obviously some good news. Yeah. Judgment. Judgment's on everybody. Because some of these are people that will never admit the full extent of what they was doing. And it is what it is. It doesn't take away from the fact of they're getting their just desserts. Some of you either stepping into this energy or you're about to possess this. That could be from something you did previously or something you're doing now or something that may have been hidden from you. That's been given back to you because it's rightfully yours. Ooh, you got love proposals on the table. Good. Exactly. So you're very resourceful as well. It seems like it doesn't matter what they stole, you were still able to maintain balance. So the divine always provided for you. She never went without. You always had anything and everything you needed. But these individuals, they're these individuals that thrive on materialism. They love material items. Anything that looks shiny, anything that looks lucrative, they flock to it like flies to shit. That's what I want to say. Yeah. So that's literally like the earth strengthening you, the divine strengthening you, fortifying you is what I want to say. Fortifying your energy. So these people cannot plant seeds of doubt or try and like make you question or doubt your existence. So they're probably coming on your platforms to check. Is that manipulation working? Is that spell work working? Is that false narrative I spread working? Is that lie I told working? And what they found out? You're still thriving. And you're celebrating. Three of Cups. The fact that you're here, happy, healthy, personification on healthy. Clearly, these people are trying to attack your health, your mind, your forward movement, and the fact that you saw through these fake and false offers is really what's pissing these people off. Yeah. Because they wanted something to stick so that they can burden you. So 10 of Wands came out on the fence. This is confirmation again. So they couldn't burden you with the tactics that they was perpetrating. So that tells me whatever they sent out is now come back. They got the 10 of Wands on their back. They're way down. So they're probably desperate. Of course they played in like dark things, playing for magic. And the fact that you didn't speaks volumes. Of course you would like to say, oh, they're doing it too. No, boo-boo. That's you. Stop judging people by the same brush. So that's telling me that they never expected you to either complete a cycle, close a cycle, or walk away from what no longer serves you. No matter what label or title these individuals had. But you did. They don't like your determination. Yeah. These people are at like some type of standstill. Like they don't know what to do. Either they don't know what to do or they're afraid to do anything stupid. They're probably just giving it a lot of this running their mouth. I don't sense that they have enough to just splurge and be reckless like they have been. And that's been a long time coming. Definitely a long time coming. Yeah. Again, confirmation. They never expected you to come out the other side. They just assumed with all the attacks that you would experience from these groups of individuals. Yeah, their access is blocked. This is them. They have no forward movement. So they know that they're stuck in whatever actions they took, whatever decisions they made. You've bartered with things that you cannot recoup. So whatever you put up as collateral, you've lost completely. again, whatever you chose to do, whatever agreement you made, you're bound to it. What else, collective? What else, Spirit? And there's another card. That's the one when I can see it. Yeah. And because you didn't take this fake offer, these people are in anxiety. Yeah. They're getting bad news. So if they, for instance, if they sent a false person in, they didn't get a chance. You didn't give them any acknowledgement. If they did something other than that, like something nefarious, they're not getting good news about that. So they're stuck in their head about that. Somebody's having sleepless nights, possibly even nightmares. Or they're being attacked more when they get a chance to sleep. What's haunting them is the fact that your options. So these are people that try to take away your options. 8 of Cups. Yeah. These are people that had ample time to abandon this path that was going nowhere. But again, ego and arrogance kept them on this path of destruction. And that's exactly what's unfolding for them. Nothing but destruction. And they can't bring no one else but themselves. Yeah. Nothing but destruction. Yeah. Ooh. The Wheel of Fortune with the 8 of Wands. So, like I said, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever it is, it's picking up momentum. This is something that I'm sensing they either trying to destroy, stop, make stagnant, slow down, whatever they was doing, it just made it worse. It literally just made it worse. And the funny thing is, people get signs and they choose to ignore it. I can guarantee they were seeing signs and synchronicities and signals, and they choose to ignore it. These are people that was deep in their ego and their own arrogance. So they can't blame anyone but themselves. Yeah. They was fully engulfed in this devil energy. Fully engulfed in this devil energy. And for the devil to turn around and tap that ass. Yeah. Or yeah, so for you continuing on your path, regardless of how they try to distort it or make it look, try to make you doubt your own path or what you was doing in life or where you was even going in life, they just made themselves not only look foolish, but they're being viewed as foolish. These are people with like really big inflated egos. You know, you let things like jealousy get the better of you or envy get the better of you. Yeah, they cannot take the changes that they're experiencing. Yeah. They're miserable. So if people was paid to walk away from you, yeah, they're in deep regret. These are people that you may have had love for. These people that should have showed you love, they didn't, because their love could be bought. So that's not genuine. So again, these are people that never came into any type of commitment with you with the right intentions. They always had negative intentions towards you. For some of you, they was even in competition with you. Madness, isn't it? Now they're heartbroken. I did say this as well. You did all this work together, backstabbing, third parties, family members, orgies. And where's it got you? Sickness, poverty, and a lifetime curse is what I'm gathering. Instead to be saying now, oh, but we really love you, really. No, you don't. For some of you, that's probably an excuse. They're going to try and come back in, tail between their leg, blaming someone else for why they took the actions they took, trying to come up with a convincing excuse, hoping that you will open the door for them. Let me make this very clear. It's never going to happen. Not any lifetime, in fact. There you go, I said it. Not any lifetime. It is what it is. You know, you can say people can do too much. The things these people do collective can't be taken back. There's no amount of apologies that can rectify the damage, the pain, the suffering, the hurt that they caused, ever. Again, forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. It just means you just keep your ass over there where you belong. From the same hell you crawled out of. The same dirty offer you took. Gladly, in fact. For some of these people, funny enough, collective, I'll tell you like it is. They didn't even have to be asked twice. Do you understand? It's literally like they grabbed the opportunity. Do you understand? The way they grabbed this opportunity, you would have thought you'd done them something. Isn't that funny? Yeah, now they're all getting bad karma. Because some of them, their judgment is death. I'm kind of getting like a slow, painful demise, and that's just the start. That's just the start. What's to see on this energy spirit? Yeah. When they came in reverse. Oh, so now you don't wanna jump the collective no more. You knew you wasn't that brave. Or delusional. Go on, collective. Keep going with this self-awareness. Keep doing you. It's literally like these people have tried to block you at every turn, only for it to backfire in their existence. Whilst they was working on you, focusing on you, not paying attention to anything going on in their existence, yeah, that was their biggest mistake. Biggest mistake. Imagine that. You're fake flexing with abundance you stole from somebody else. But then trying to run down the person you stole it from. Make it make sense. Yeah, I knew it. These are people that are all in their head. Told you. Looky here, looky here, looky here. They know who they are. They know who they are. I said already. Only two of this is going to end, innit? A coffin or jail. There's no compromise. Yeah. And this is why they probably did it too. Clout monsters. You can get your clout off your own shit. You don't want to get clout off the collective. Nah. These are probably people that was probably like making up lies, acting like they knew you, and then fabricating stories, making up stories. Regardless some type of validation or acceptance from people that when the shit hit the fan, act like you don't exist. Yeah. Ooh. Look at here, looky here. You impersonators. I'm getting some of you, it is random strangers that may know the people that are your enemies. They're trying to run now. These are people I told you they've always been a happiness hater. That strikes me as family, siblings, step parents, aunties, uncles, cousins. For some of you, they even involve their own children. How diabolical can you get? They even involve their own children. How wicked is that? You can't run from your karma, boo-boo. You can run, but you can't hide from karma. 118, they got your number. That's really reading, man. These are people that are mad that you won't allow them to project their bullshit onto you. Why would you? That's not your burden, that's theirs. Yeah. So, all these people that got relationships through spell work, lies, manipulation, poisoning, yeah, it's falling apart. It's in the reverse, so it's falling apart. Or people are waking up and you're being seen in your true form. Some people may be waking up terrified, like, who the hell are you? Some of you are unrecognizable. Or you're out here trying to threaten people to stay with you, or threaten people into being with you. That's not gonna work. Yeah. You took the dirty offer, not the collective. That was you. Again, I said it once and I'll say it again. You didn't even need persuading. So that tells me you already harbored animosity. You already harbor secret hatred, envy, jealousy, and he's already biased. So it didn't really take much. Again, you did this out of your own insecurities mostly. Most of you. Most of you may have done it for a level up, but you still took the wrong path. So that's on you. You can't expect to project your shit that you created with your own actions. Make it make sense. Fake smile in the collector's face only to try and slander them and destroy them behind their back. Look at that. Look at that. What did I tell you? You just make up lies. This is why the more it's like every time you open your mouth, lies spills out. But we sit here and spill out the truth. We didn't mention no names, but yet though you lot are in the background raging. Why is that? It's like all the shoes are fitting, huh? Again, yeah, there are people that for whatever reason they did it. The fact that he was quick to believe these false narratives just tells the chat that you already had these low thinking thought process. You already had that. Because nobody would have thought to ask the right questions or even fact check. Why is that? So you already had secret hatred and animosity. And make this very clear. My collective will never be back around any of you individuals. and I put that on my life, will never, do you understand? Ever in any lifetime be back on any of the individuals. So all those love spells you've been trying to do and come to me magic, all that's doing is sending you as doolally. And you're displaying it in your conduct. Yeah, people that do the same shit every day. That's what I mean. You do the same shit every day but expect a different outcome. Make it make sense. Yeah. You're being seen as played out. It's like I'm hearing like a scratch record. And I sense that the community is getting tired of hearing the same bullshit being played over and over and over. It's like, change the record already. Do you understand? For some of you, someone has evidence. Someone's been collecting evidence. Someone sees clearly. Or these people have been trying to like screenshot you, get photo evidence on you, to then try and doctor it up with AI to present to authorities as though, to present to the authorities, yeah, to validate this false narrative that they've been spreading about you. And it can still be checked. Once you're exposed once to be a liar, a deceiver, and a thief, it's finished for you. So they may have, some of you, they may have traveled, or they stole from you because they didn't want you to travel or explore or see anything. Do you understand? Whatever their reason is, that's their problem. They're mad because they know an offer's on the table for you that they can't manipulate. So I sense that this person, whoever this offer is coming from, or wherever this offer is coming from, is something that these people cannot, what's the word, distort. Yeah. These are people that are continually like looking you up or getting other people to look you up to get information on you. They don't want to portray as though they're a stalker, so they may be paying other people to look you up or asking people about you, making up lies to get people to look you up possibly. That's still a form of stalking. Do you know? That's harassment and stalking, by the way. Yeah, of course. There will always be karmic friends. Actually, scratch the friends. Karmic associate. There was never your friend. I said these are also the people that are looking you up. Yeah. Told you, same shit, different day. What they're really mad at is that people see you for who you truly are, and the fact that they show interest, you have chemistry, you're magnetizing, you're authentic, pisses them off. They know that you're going to either receive some type of jackpot, or they know that your energy is the jackpot. This is why these people are all unhinged behind closed doors. They're losing their shit, collective. Yeah. What did I say to you? They're probably out there trying to screenshot things, doctor it with AI to present it to look a certain way, not thinking that these things can be checked. Again, they're not thinking at the right mind space. Or these same people that have perpetrated these attacks, these lies, these slanders, this is being exposed about them. Because even if you make a fake account with a fake email, yeah, you got to remember that IP address is still going to lead back to you, your address. Yeah, I know they may have certain softwares or technologies where it can be shown in a different place. But you got to remember, the authorities will always have something more advanced than what we're allowed access to. Make it make sense. Yeah. Probably these people are broke. And that can mean both broken, both aspects. All the money that they had is gone. Yeah, they're just wasting their time again. So for them of you, Colette, you've had fake friends around you for a long time. They've always been competing with you. That'd be like the little digs, the little put downs in front of others, trying to make you like the butt of the joke all the time. Do you understand? Or always trying to put you down in some way, shape, or form in front of others. You understand? For the most part, you know these people are. For the most part, I sense that you've just walked away from these individuals. You haven't like caused any animosity. You haven't set up any arguments. You ain't even wasted your time in calling them out. You just turned your back and kept it moving. They know why. So for them to be acting like you've just gone cold on them and they want an explanation, they don't deserve shit. They know exactly what they've done. So what am I explaining shit for? Make it make sense. Yeah. These are people that know they're out here fake flexing, wasting their time. It's like they're trying to, I don't know if they're trying to draw in the collective this way. That shit ain't gonna fly because we don't have the same mentality as you. These are people that are known for a bad reputation. For some of you, they try to make out like you had a bad reputation. You've been vindicated, collective. Yeah, of course they hate your spirituality. Yeah, of course they hate your spirituality. They do it, say you ain't hurting anybody. They are. They definitely are trying to sacrifice people for insurance money. That's these people. Yeah. Told you. They're just mad because you know what they're doing, you're ignoring them. I do sense that there is evidence on the cyberbullying they was committing against you. Trying to dirt dig on the Queen Rising. They hate your glow up. They really hate your glow up, collective. All they're doing, you know, people try and dirt dig. When they can't find nothing, they make shit up. Do you understand? But really, they're telling on themselves because they're only telling you what they're truly doing. Do you understand? Read between the lines. These are people that try to bully and force you back into their life or try to force the way back into your existence. And you still close the cycle because one thing you're not going to do is bully me into doing anything that goes against my highest good ever. Them days is over. I keep hearing so many people saying they prefer the old version. Well, the old version is dead. How about that? For so many people, they've always been the same. If anything, they've just got, it's like their vileness just increased. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. You need to focus on these legal issues you got. Unwanted pregnancies. Possibly for some of you people, some of these people are PDFs. They've been troubling very young children. Yeah, they have. Some of them even, I sense that they either paid or bribed someone to either keep quiet or get rid of the fetus. And they probably didn't. I believe they took the money and just stayed out of the way. Cut all contact. A lot of shit's coming out of the woodwork about these people. They don't want their image to be tarnished, but look at the shit they're doing. This is shit that you cannot pay to keep quiet. Again, court cases come out on the bottom of the pile. So yeah, I'm also sensing that these are people that know they're infected with some type of I'm getting like a spirit demon, like a sexual spirit demon, as well as a spiritual STD. These are people that are very obsessive, controlling, very karmic and chaotic. These are people that are trying their hardest to remain incognito, but yet though trying to get the inside scoop. So they can have more stories to tell, but who cares? They know who they are. These are people that was paying people. But guess what? They're down to the grind now, innit? So they can't pay people. They're mad because you're shining. You have to dim your light, collective. It's like anybody that has to put down someone else to make themselves feel better or to make themselves look good, you're a next level scumbag. Again, this is the closest you ever get to the collective. Hiding on these fake accounts, trolling, spying, stalking, lurking. I'll be very clear, you're being watched. That's all you can do is gossip. Yeah. Your Michaels are on board. Ooh. Looky here. That is Michaels, you're unbothered. They can't wrap their mind around why you don't care what comes out of their mouth. They can't wrap their mind around, the most of the dirty things they did to you, including revenge porn. So to the exes that was abusive, to my collective, that took intimate photos against their will, and whilst you had no acknowledgement of it, just to show around to all your little group to try and tarnish the collective image. Yet though, you're in a whole new relationship. Who does that? Only a sick, twisted, jealous, bitter individual does that. Don't you think? This map could be too busy winning. And the fact that we know who we are, and we embrace every part of ourselves. Because everybody's going to have their little, I won't really say insecurities. I would more so say things that they would like to change about themselves. It is what it is. Do you understand? At least we can own it. The fact that we embrace every part of ourselves regardless, that's something you've never been able to do. Because you choose to seek your validation through others. And even then, you're gaining validation through lies and ass licking. So make it make sense. We are not the same. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. But it was fine when it was the collective crying over all the shit that was they had to endure. But now you're getting your karma. Oh, we must feel sorry for you. Oh no, boo-boo. I got 2 words for you. Self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. What else does my collective need to know, Spirit? Before I go into the ones that have sent donuts. Who's in our watching collective? Damn. Ooh la la. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, collective. Of course it's just siblings. Whether they're full siblings or half siblings, male or female, it is what it is. Older or younger, it is what it is. This could be going on currently, or this is to come. Yeah. This could be your father, or a stepfather, or just a father figure in your family. And that's why they're really mad. Because they didn't expect you to have the courage to speak about it. Imagine that. You want to shame the collective for abuse you perpetrated on them in their childhood. Make it make sense. Yeah, they're just mad because you're already in a new beginning that they are not welcome to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is exactly who these people are. Okay, of course. We already know. Ain't nothing new. Try to manipulate views and all the rest of that shit. Continue to build up on your crimes. There's like a laundry list of crimes, Mind Collective. Mm-hmm. Of course. That's what they're really pissed at. Something they did, they lied under oath. They've been found out. And they know what's coming. Yeah. Your family secrets are exposed. Generational curse breaker. Yep. Hidden deceit. Embarrassed and humiliated that they're exposed. That's what the revenge is over. The fact that not even any remorse at what they did, the fact that they're exposed, that's what's making them angry. Misdirected. Of course, yeah. They're bound to their actions they took. Yeah. It's like now you're in your winning season. They want to be your friend. Not interested. Being called out on inconsistencies. Yeah, of course. Trying to sabotage collective social media. Yeah. For some of you, it's passed over grandparents. For some of you, it could be your actual parents or both that they stole from or stole what was left to you. Everybody's going to be different. Whether they did it by stealing your identity or someone impersonating you, forging documents, obtaining some type of fraudulent power of attorney. It's all coming out in the wash. Yep. There's a whole community just going down for corruption. Rightly so. Yeah, they just mad because you blocked them all out your energy. Good for you, collective. Good for you. Why would you want these bum ass people in your energy? You think so low of you. But they want to try and manipulate in a way where it looks as though you're reaching out to them or you've come back around them of your own free will. Why would you? That was ritual that they was doing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can I get some confirmation from the Catholic spirit, please? Thank you. Oh, there's a thief that's in the gutter. How that flew on the floor is ironic. That flew on the floor. Some of you, it is your family that are the thieves. And they employed other thieves and hitmen to take you out the same way they took out your other family members. Yeah, told you, they made this their occupation. Trying to take you out and destroy you was their occupation. Literally. They lived and breathed it. There could be something illegal going on now or in the future. Some type of court case, whether that be regarding you or these cases that these people are caught from these STDs. Deliberately infecting other people. And these are people that know they're infected, so they're doing it deliberately to take as many people as they can with them. That's disgusting. And people like that, the law should be changed. People that actually get life. Life should mean life. Literally. Collective, you've been high honor since you was a child. Yep. You was born high honor. Do you understand? This is what they don't want you to know. These are people that are trying to stop you from having any good changes in your life. So now what they wanted for you has manifested for them. Funny that. These are people that showed you no love. They pretended to very, very well then. Told you, elders. People with grey hairs. People like in their 50s, 60s, 70s, possibly even 80s collective. And then another one fell down. Let me see if I can get it. What can I use? What can I use? What can I use? I know, I'll use this. Oh, got it. This is someone who wanted to be viewed as a wealthy man, but then didn't want to keep hidden how he acquired his wealth. This is by stealing. Yeah. These are people that try to keep you from your own great fortune. Yeah, this involves a whole community. Yeah. So this is either an older couple or older family members that are at the heel of this, literally. And then it filtered down whatever family members they was able to distort and lie to and manipulate to also join on a little bandwagon and completely split the bottom again. Wow. So there's a lot of people in the community that's things are happening to them. Yeah. For some of you, this is your family again, because guess what? You have family members that are either affiliated with the police force or are in the police force. They join the police force for a reason. To help this plan carry forward. You know who they are. For some of you, They actually used they never got into the force on their own merit either. No. They did a ritual to get into the police force. I don't know if you do some type of test or whatever it is you have to do to get into the force, but this individual, they didn't pass a few times, and that kind of pissed them off. So this is when they obviously went to an elder, probably their father or grandfather, and asked for some help of the darker kind, and that's how they fulfilled their demonic wish. That's what it was. They did it for demonic reasons. Yeah. These older people had an expectation. The fact that you're still living and breathing, that wasn't part of the plan. But for you, collective, you knew that regardless of how it looked, some of you even said it already, you prophesized it, that this was all going to fall apart. You said it. And exactly what you said is now coming to fruition. It may have taken a while, yeah. But once it starts, it ain't going to stop. Why is the cards flying off the table? Someone doesn't want me to speak, do they? Never mind. Someone doesn't want me to get this information out. Yeah. Told you. A lot of people are experiencing this, where they had a gift that was left to them by past other loved ones, or they was left in people's will or inheritances, and your whole family worked together to steal it from you. Used anyone they could around them to help facilitate this, because they all got a little piece. They got a little piece of the pie. Yeah, I told you. This was planned. They all met up. Do you understand? They all got into cahoots. Even worked out what they was going to get out of it. Yeah. This would be their demise. For some of them sooner than later, because distant horizons, there's not really a time scale on it, if that makes any sense. It could be from this current time to whenever. It could be the end of this year, before the middle of next year. But with all these illnesses and sicknesses, yeah. Journey. Yeah. They couldn't stop you from going on your own journey. Yeah. They're in despair about you going on this journey. Literally, they're in despair. Remember, they wanted you in some type of despair energy, but they're the ones in despair now. So many people are running around like a chicken with their heads cut off. You may have to take a journey, whatever it is that they stole, that's been returned to you. Or when you receive it, you'll be able to start going on journeys, whether that be out the country, I don't know, building up a business, exploring the world, exploring life, just exploring yourself in general, taking better care of yourself. You can invest more in yourself. Yeah, set them up. And I don't see that that they're even remorseful for doing this. No, they're not. They felt entitled. So why would the collective feel remorseful about how you're suffering? You brought it on yourselves. This is what you wanted, innit? It just didn't pan out in the way you'd expected or you perceived. Why? because I wasn't prophesized for the collective. It literally like these people try to dictate prophecy. So it's kind of like they think that they're bigger than the creator, but yet they're under the devil. Make it make sense. They thought it was bigger than the program because they joined these little cults and covens. And now they're all going down. And yes, some of them are hidden. Some of them disguise themselves after they say it like it is in the church. They know it too. So they kind of like use their religion to keep people in their covenant so that they benefit, but none of the congregation benefits. Make it make sense. But yeah, these people will still give you their money and still die of different sicknesses. Make it make sense. And people perish through lack of knowledge. Literally. So yeah, let me see who I will get one from the what's I call it? The ancestors' wisdom. For those of you that have passed over loved ones, that was taken before their time is what I want to say. So they didn't die naturally, basically. And I sense for a lot of my collective, you know this as well. Sorry, you may have actually spoke up about it. Keep doing so. I'm going to give you something from the ancestors' messages. See what the ancestors have to say. Or what message they want to give to the collective. Yeah. All they can do now is just sit and watch. And then I heard that was sitting watching grimace. What's grimace? Is that like with like an angry face or something? I never actually heard that word before. Well, I'm not saying I've not heard it. I've not used it before. But someone's coming through, like whether it be the divine or one of our ancestors. I don't know, someone's having some type of, what do you call it again? Is someone getting headaches from when they keep like clenching their jaw? Whereas like, it can't balance out their misdirected anger. Because they can't project it on the collective. Hilarious. Right, let's see what the ancestors got for us. Let's see what the ancestors good for us. Right. Alrighty then. get some from the ancestors that please impact. Let's say one card from each. One card from each, please, Spirit. Oops. I said one. So that's one there. Okay. Watcher of Earth. Ooh, Guardian. 18 Guardian. Okay. That's like a major arcana then. 18 Guardian. So that time someone's been given like a, I don't know, like a new gift or like a spiritual upgrade, new spiritual ranking maybe. New position. Right. Major arcanas. 18 Guardian. 230. 191. 29. 30. 18 Guardian. Alright, guys. It says, your wisdom, the pilgrim's quest has stripped away fears and falsehoods, unmade and made again by nurturing darkness and engendering light. He sees himself reflected and affirmed by the world that strengthens and sustains him. He is finding confidence and comfort far greater than wealth or privilege can provide. He has learned that there's always reasons for hope. The world he lives in is sacred. Your essence is God, confidence, self-respect, responsibility, integrity, harmony, hope, and protect. Your counsel is you're coming into a true sense of yourself and your ability to create the life you want when you're fully present and act with integrity, sorry. You'll be increasingly freed from the limitations of ego, jealousy, and selfish ambition, whether yours or someone else's. You're discovering your self worth and earning your own respect. You're ready to serve something greater than yourself, to stand up for values for others and for the well being of creation. The Guardian reminds you to seek the mentorship of older men in your life, especially those who have offered some part of their lives in service. They will remind you that the true strength is and that there's always reason for hope. Your magic is go outside and pay attention to the trees. When you feel one calling to you, address it as the guardian. And that's what we say to it. Guardian power of all things that grow. Teach me how to grow, to be strong, to serve the light, to serve the life that is greater than my own. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds nice. All right. Watcher of Earth. I think that's a small arcana. Yes, the Earth. 169. 169. There we go. Wisdom. I am the oldest. The Earth Watcher says, shapeshifter shaman. Fearsome, she stands guarding the entrance of a sacred place that is every place to those who see. No one may pass who is not ready to be in service to Mother Earth. Draw closer if you dare, but to cross the threshold, you must be like the Watcher, fierce and compassionate, courageous and humble. Will you make the commitment she demands? In the face of danger, will you help her safeguard the future of life itself? Your essence is challenge, service, purpose, commitment, courage, prepare for battle. Your counsel is you're being called to serve something greater than yourself, something that will make you greater than you are. Service to Mother Earth will give you purpose and courage. It will give you magic. It will give you and the earth healing, some skills are instinctual, others have to be learned. The wiser teacher is Mother Earth herself. Approach the Earth Watcher with respect and learn how to work with the divine power you embody. Yeah, never had one like that before. That was nice. Kind of sounds like, you know what? I don't know if anybody remembers this. When you was in like primary school, some of you maybe nursery school, and they would ask you like what fairy tale you wanted to read. Like they let you pick one, and then you pick one. But then as you're reading, you ever been like this little quiet? I think they call it the quiet corner. We have like cushions and pillows and that kind of thing. But yet, when you're reading, it's literally like as she's reading you the story or the fairy tale, so to speak, is literally like you're transmuting yourself to wherever the story is being told of. That makes any sense? It's like you're in that little fairy tale itself. But it makes you feel like really relaxed and you fall asleep. And then you wake up and the story's over. Has anybody ever experienced that? And does anybody even remember that? I do, weirdly enough. I don't know, as I read that, I remembered certain little things, but yeah, just little things like that. So yeah, 8 messages. I notice people, I don't know why people do that. Is your life really that boring or miserable that you gotta come into someone else's life and just put stupidness in the comments? I don't get it. Or is that your way of feeling important? The fact you can come in someone else's life and just talk gibberish. Make it make sense. But yeah, anyway, that'll be all for now. Let's just say that. Let's just leave it where it is. And I will be back with another one. Definitely. That is your reading. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you back again for another one, guys. Toodles. Toodles. Yeah. You see, you have to make sure, because in this way, when these people like